Good health is vital to our well-being. It also makes an important contribution to economic progress. In today's show, see how the government continues to improve the country's health infrastructure and systems to provide increased access to quality, affordable health services. Also coming up, youths with special needs are empowered as they hone their sporting talent through the help of Special Olympics Jamaica. Plus, PCJ's Employment Internship program improves the employability of our young people. I'm Theodore Henry, and this is Jamaica Magazine. Stay with us for all this and more in the half hour.
A healthy and educated people living in a clean, natural environment, reducing crime, improving the justice system and governance, building a prosperous economy. It's not just a vision, it's reality. Learn about the plan. Join the vision.
My country, Jamaica, has a rich heritage and is very unique. If we all pull together, we can make it the place of choice to
live, work, raise family, and to do business.
For more information on Vision 2030, call the Planning Institute of Jamaica or visit vision2030.gov.jm, your parish library, school library, or the Jamaica Information Service.
Government has been taking steps to develop hospitals across the island as parts of plans to ensure a healthy population, and the Kingston Public Hospital, KPH, is one of those benefiting from the various investments. More in this feature.
The centuries-old Kingston Public Hospital, KPH, is the largest multidisciplinary hospital in Jamaica.
There's a recognition by the region and the Ministry of Health that KPH is an important player of the healthcare delivery system.
Every year, KPH admits over 12,000 patients and treats another 95,000 in its outpatient department. The Accident and Emergency Department sees more than 50,000 patients annually. To make sure it keeps delivering quality healthcare through all these areas, the hospital is being upgraded.
There are significant projects that are taking place, which are designed to improve the infrastructure of the hospital.
One of the major projects that was undertaken is increasing the bed capacity of the hospital. That is through the William Ward project.
KPH's bed capacity is close to 500, and the William Ward project is expected to add another 60. The $23 million project also involves re-roofing the old accounts building and refurbishing the area to create a learning center for students. More beds were also added through the rehabilitation of the upper Nut Hall area of the hospital. KPH's recovery room has also been expanded, adding 4 more beds to the hospital's capacity, which has significantly reduced delays for surgical services. $12 million has also been spent on new operating theatre equipment to serve both KPH and the Victoria Jubilee Hospital.
One of the big challenges that we had was the long waiting list or the long waiting time for surgical services. Patients would come and sometimes their surgeries would be cancelled. So that has gone a far way to reduce the waiting time.
As part of the ongoing upgrade and modernization program, KPH has acquired 2 new modern elevators with the help of partners such as the National Health Fund. These come at a cost of approximately $40 million. The hospital has also refurbished one of its older elevators. KPH is also spending $24 million to replace its overworked diagnostic equipment with brand new machinery.
We are trying to be more efficient as a hospital and as a region. We want to ensure that we operate with efficiency with whatever resources we have. So we're giving our doctors more equipment so that they have less downtime.
The upgrading of KPH is not just about buying shiny new equipment. The Southeast Regional Health Authority, which has responsibility for the hospital, is also making sure there's a routine maintenance plan to keep them working.
that was not present before, where a lot of the equipment that we had would have been outlived their warranty life, and they would not have been maintained on time and regularly. What that would normally lead to, or what that has led to in the past, would have been situations where we find out about them when they're broken. We now have a routine maintenance plan for all equipment, and all future equipment that we're going to purchase will have to come with a service agreement.
These are fiscally prudent measures that support government's national economic growth priorities.
We are doing audits. We are looking at our health measures that look at the care that we give at Kingston Public Hospital.
Special attention is also being given to quality assurance and customer service. A customer service charter and customer service policy have been developed for all health facilities in the Southeast region, including KPH.
The customer service charter speaks to all of the rights that each patient, each client has in each and every one of our institutions. Once you've entered our institution, these are your rights, and if these rights have been violated in any way, please, we are asking that you complain to us so that we can remedy the situations.
As part of the customer service program, health professionals and other workers who come in contact with patients are trained.
We've reaped some benefits in terms of the improvement, and we continue to look at it.
What we've done now is we've implemented a toll-free line for complaints. The number is 1-888-429-5013, and an email address that you can complain directly to, so as to circumvent any steps along the way where you think that the complaint will fall on deaf ears.
The Kingston Public Hospital, securing the health of the nation by improving its physical infrastructure and the standards of care.
Lottery scamming kills. It is a clear and present danger to all communities and our society at large.
Up to August, 138 murders in Area 1 have been associated with lottery scamming.
I want to make a personal appeal to parents and other family members to ensure that they do not, by their silence, give tacit support to their children who are involved in criminal behavior.
It's wonderful when we can see people's talents and abilities behind their disability. Special Olympic Jamaica sees daily these persons who are gifted where sports is concerned and gives them the opportunity to participate in the international arena.
But if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt.
The motto and philosophy of Special Olympics Jamaica, a volunteer organization which for over 30 years has been working to help our special needs children and young people excel in the sporting arena. That's our focus in today's Sports Spotlight.
You and me.
From athletics to basketball and gymnastics, the Special Olympics movement has been transforming communities by inspiring youth with disabilities, whether physical or intellectual. Through targeted programs, Special Olympics Jamaica helps thousands of gifted Jamaicans realize their power, dream big, and reach for greatness.
It's ironic, but it's so deep and spiritual that those who have some of the biggest difficulties in life, people like yourselves, you're not feeling sorry for yourself. Special Olympians, you're an example and a sign of what is good for this whole nation.
The National Sports Policy speaks specifically to the government's commitment to sport for all and supports the premise that sports is a fundamental human right for all individuals. None deserve the protection of this human right more than our youth at risk.
Each year, national games beckon youth across the country. From this exercise, the best of the best emerge and claim their right to represent Jamaica on the world stage at the Special Olympics Games. To get ready for the Games, these special athletes receive training in a number of key areas.
I'm teaching gymnastics to special education kids in Sabrama, Lucy, and Kingston. It's a difficult, challenging thing because it's new sports for them. So it takes long time to learn, but they're improving very quickly.
Special athletes are rising to the occasion, taking advantage of the opportunity to grow and shine.
I feel happy because when he did born, doctor used to say that he was going to walk nor talk. So after he go to school and I see him start to move up and down, I feel good, I feel happy.
In 2015, Team Jamaica participated at the Los Angeles Special Olympics World Games, grabbing medals in 29 finals, including 10 gold for individual and team performances.
It feels great, it feels nice.
And we are so proud because especially with what is happening in the country, in the entire world. And of course, everyone should be proud of these athletes.
Try with their children, no matter how them stay, just try with them because God will make a way for them.
I wonder if we recognize how important your movement and your presence and your effort is for all Jamaica. Because what you're showing is that all of the challenges that you face, that you're willing to strive to do and be the very best you can, and that you're willing to go the extra mile. Those who need special attention should get the most attention. And so Special Olympians and special young people, come to the front of the line. You're going to lead us and show us the right spirit.
Let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt. For Sports Spotlight, I'm Tamara McHale.
Fever, rash, joint pain, and red eyes. All common signs of the Zika virus or ZIKV. Symptoms are usually mild, lasting anywhere from a few days to a week. Jamaica has no Zika cases, but if it gets here, it would only be transmitted by the Aedes aegypti mosquito. Don't give Zika a chance. Prevent the breeding of these pesky mosquitoes.
The use of oil, cooking oil, a little tip of cooking oil poured on the surface of the water suffocates the larvae and prevents them hatching out. So persons can do that.
The Petroleum Corporation of Jamaica's Employment Internship Program is giving youths valuable work experience. The opportunity of short-term employment is valuable to the youths who are able to get professional advice and mentorship, which put them in a better position to get full-time employment and do well at the workplace.
I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying, you'll never reach it.
At some point in our lives, we all set goals we want to achieve. And though the path to accomplish them may be smooth for some, for others, it can be a real struggle. However, with determination and a little help, you often find that goals which seemed so unattainable suddenly seem within reach.
But I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high.
The government, through various social development programs across ministries, agencies, and departments, has been extending that helping hand, providing mentorship, training, and opportunities for employment.
It ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb.
The Ministry of Science, Technology, Energy and Mining, MSTEM, is among the government ministries that are facilitating a mentorship environment. Successful MSTEM programs include the Train the Trainer program in animation, Digital Jam, and Startup Jamaica. Through these programs, Jamaicans have been able to secure meaningful employment and become successful entrepreneurs. And now, the STEM Ministry has added a new program, the Petroleum Corporation of Jamaica PCJ Graduate Internship Program.
You're going to be exposed to just so much. It's going to be a really great experience, I can tell you, because you're going to be blown away by the extent of the exposure that you're going to get in this program. We're talking about innovations in energy. We're talking about conservation and mechanics of that international fuel pricing formula.
The objective is really to lend a hand to the development of young people in Jamaica. It forms part of our broader list of corporate social responsibility programs in contributing to the development of Jamaica through its young people.
The 10 shortlisted interns will spend a year at the PCJ in an area of their choosing, whether finance, human resources management, engineering, geology, information technology, and media and mass communication. While working at the PCJ, the participants are expected to gain valuable skills to help them transition into professional life, preparing them to take on the working world and contribute to the economic development of the country.
You'll be well advised to learn and practice proper time management, demonstrate initiative to constantly broaden your scope of knowledge, and eagerly embrace the hands-on lessons that are necessary to attaining mastery in your chosen area of specialization.
And the eager interns are raring to go, armed with some skills of their own, anxious to achieve their professional goals.
I've brought with me my passion and enthusiasm about writing.
I did a geology and chemistry degree, so I also bring in some amount of chemistry to my degree, which is very important in oil and gas research, especially when it comes to hydrocarbon research. So I guess those are kind of the big skills that I bring to this.
In the future, I'd like to become an HR manager. I'm learning all aspects of HR, so that will contribute to my development and that I'll be well-rounded.
We intend to afford them some amount of training opportunities, soft skills, and some amount of coaching and various forms of development. The expectancy of them is to learn and perform.
Being in the PR department, I've been able to give an input in everything that has been including this event, and I can see where I have been contributing.
I've been exposed to a number of areas, not only in engineering or construction, but also even stuff just like as simple as administrative stuff, which is necessary you need in our development as young professionals.
Sanjay is a civil engineer graduate but wants to transition into chemical engineering.
Considering that PCJ is actually within the energy sector, it's advantageous to me to have been placed here.
I expect at the end of the day to become a well-rounded individual who is able to function effectively in respective environments.
We would hope that this program will grow to take on more students, and so that in the end, the Jamaican society can benefit from the productivity that these persons will be taken to the job market.
But their job search may very well begin and end at the PCJ.
Yes, there is a possibility of a permanent employment for all the graduate interns in their participation. The policy is tailored that way, so that if it is that there is a vacancy and that person has a competencies to match the vacancy, as with all other employment screening, then we will be looking at the intern.
The PCJ's graduate internship program is inspired by Petroleum, another subsidiary of the STEM ministry, which also operates an internship program. So, with government taking a leadership role to groom young people for meaningful employment, it's also adding to the pool of qualified persons from which businesses can choose.
Hola, me llamo Taje. Let's have fun at school this year. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. And let's learn new words like building. B-U-I-L-D-I-N-G. And vegetable, yum yum. V-E-G-E-T-A-B-L-E. Adios, amigos.
Hi there, I'm Andrea Chisholm with your JIS News of the Week. Cabinet this week held a 2-day retreat to focus on the country's growth agenda and other plans for the 2016-2017 fiscal year. A statement from the Office of the Prime Minister indicated that wage settlements for public sector workers, budget adjustments, and proposals made by members of Parliament during the State of the Constituency debate were also high on the agenda. Emphasis was also placed on the development of new agri-parks, projects in the energy sector, as well as the strategic priorities for the upcoming fiscal year. Government also discussed the expansion of the business process outsourcing sector to create 18,000 new jobs and the addition of 6,000 hotel rooms to boost the tourism sector. A $76 million contract was signed this week to upgrade the Accident and Emergency Department of the Linstead Hospital. Health Minister Dr. Fenton Ferguson said it signaled government's continued commitment to develop the island's health infrastructure.
These developments in the health sector, including the Linstead Hospital, are part of our commitment to reduce the misery index for clients and patients and increase the comfort level of our staff at all facilities.
4 months ago, a $21.6 million contract was signed for the refurbishing of the administrative building at the Linstead Hospital. Work is now 40% complete. Meanwhile, residents in the Rowlandsfield area of St. Thomas are now benefiting from a new health center in their community. The Rowlandsfield Health Center, which was officially opened recently, was upgraded at a cost of $18.9 million. The facility now boasts improved bathroom infrastructure, fans, a room for medical records, 2 consultation rooms, staff area, canteen, an expanded waiting area, additional patient rooms, water storage, and wheelchair access facilities. And residents in sections of northwest Manchester now have greater access to water following repairs to a rainwater catchment tank in their area. $9.5 million was recently spent to repair the 35,000-gallon Ballinor rainwater catchment tank. It provides water to approximately 1,500 residents of Ballinor, Mile Gully, and adjoining communities. Water Minister Robert Pickersgill, who commissioned the tank into service, underscored its importance.
We must return to rainwater harvesting as one method of ensuring our water security in the face of increasing and intensifying droughts, which are one of the impacts of climate change.
30 participants in the Citizen Security and Justice Program CSJP will become more marketable through a training exercise in the shipping industry. Training is being provided under a newly signed Memorandum of Understanding between the CSJP and the Shipping Association of Jamaica SAJ. Under the agreement, CSJP participants will be trained for 7 months as stevedores, people who load and unload ships.
It's not limited to stevedoring. Again, you may have opportunities flowing from this to become drivers, to become crane operators. Essentially, the sky is the limit after this program. The signing of this MOU today is just another example of what can be done to provide at-risk youth with options that make it easier for them to resist the lure of criminal alternatives.
The internship program for CSJP participants will cost $10.1 million. Also making news this week, the Agriculture Minister announced several changes to the loan policy at the National People's Cooperative Bank NPCB. This follows the findings of an audit carried out by the Agricultural Credit AC Board into the operations of the NPCB. Changes include the immediate suspension of loans to NPCB directors. Loans to directors are now subject to the approval of the AC Board. There will also be a loan ceiling of $15 million, and loans exceeding that amount will be referred to the AC Board. The delinquency period for loans has been reduced from 180 to 90 days.
Government is therefore committed, as part of our regulatory obligations, to ensure that proper management is installed going forward.
The recent audit by the Agricultural Credit Board revealed that $665 million was unaccounted for at the NPCB. And finally, Senior Citizens Week 2015 was formally launched this week. The week of activities will run from September 27 through October 3. It's being held under the theme, Healthy Aging is the Desirable Goal. Activate your action plan now. Labour and Social Security Minister Derek Elliott said government would use the week-long activities to promote healthy living among seniors. And those were just some of the stories making news of the week. I'm Andrea Chisholm.
This is where we close Jamaica Magazine for today. Join us again tomorrow for another informative show. In the meantime, keep the link. Use our Facebook and Twitter pages. Visit our YouTube channel and the JIS website to see these and other features. On behalf of the team here at the JIS, I'm Theodore Henry, reminding you to stay healthy, eat well, get adequate rest, and make every day a productive one.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.